Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and today in the arena we are playing Esper tokens, a good Esper deck. The self-admitted Assemble a Titan deck was very memey and pretty much had one deck that it could beat up on, which was mono black. And if you're looking for something a little more well-rounded that also dunks on mono black, I've had a lot of success with Esper tokens. And it's a really sweet deck because honestly, it's also a little bit of flash. It's like, it's tokens and it's flash. It's Rafine. It's got a lot of angles that it can do things from. Probably the biggest addition, oddly, is this little card, Resolute Reinforcements. For 1 and a white, you get a 1/1 flash. When it enters the battlefield, you create a 1/1 soldier token. So 2 dudes for 2 mana. It's a creature. Is that a big deal? Why does this matter? Well, the flashness means that you can hold up Make Disappear. That is a really cool thing. Make Disappear is also better because you have something that makes tokens in your deck, such as because of the casualty. So getting the pay for is a lot easier than you would expect. Also, before I get too deep into the analytics, can we just appreciate the hero pose art? Hero posing is hot. It just is. Moving along, some other sweet synergies for the card. When you attack with Rafine, your connive is, or not when you attack with Rafine, but you play this, and then you play Rafine, and then your attack gets a double connive trigger. That's hot too. You know what else is hot? Drawing a card. When you play Resolute Reinforcements, and then play Wedding Announcement, and then attack with your 2 tokens, you draw a card the turn you play Wedding Announcement. Sometimes that's what you're looking for. There are often times where the value itself, just leads to more ways to make tokens, so you don't miss the lack of the 1/1 from the Wedding Announcement too much. All of these things add up to be much better than the sum of their parts because Invoke Despair, that we have a lot of enchantments in this deck to sacrifice and a lot of little 1/1s to sacrifice. So Invoke Despair is 5 mana. That doesn't do as much as it does when your board state is empty or more chonky, we'll say. More expensive cards on your battlefield. Another card that really hates all these tokens is Liliana. Liliana of the Veil has a really hard time using the -2 to great effect if you have little tokens on the battlefield or if your creatures have flash, like Fairy Vandal. And big expensive cards like Sorin and Invoke Despair have trouble resolving against cards like Make Disappear and Spell Pierce. So all in all, we line up pretty well against mono black and other various mid-range piles that rely on Fable the Mirror Breaker into more expensive stuff. We are still a 4 copy of Sheldred the Apocalypse deck because as great as Sheldred into Invoke Despair is, Rafine into Sheldred is a lot of that in reverse with more board presence. So you can picture a curve where you play a Resolute Reinforcements, then play a Rafine, get a double connive, and if they don't deal with your board that very turn, you untap, you play Sheldred, you attack, you get a triple connive, you gain 6 life, and they're under huge pressure, and a Meathook Massacre is not going to fix it. The rest of the way, there's this weird thing going on in Standard where we have so many powerful legendaries, but the power level is kind of flat, and we have so many good conditional removal spells where, once again, the power level is a bit flat, that you end up with a format full of 1-ofs. So, like, 1 Kaido, because yeah, we want Kaido. It's great with Fairy Vandal, another card that snuck into this deck that we haven't talked about yet. But since we're drawing extra cards from Wedding Announcement and Rafine and possibly a Kaido, this card can just keep growing and growing and growing, and that's sweet. So yeah, that makes it in. But I mean, of course we want 1 Kaido. Of course, Wandering Emperor, that's not a card you cut from the deck completely. So we've got 1. We've got Urtai, which is a great new card. Honestly, making the opponent draw, sometimes it can help kill them because of Sheldred. It's kind of awesome. And Obscura Interceptor is a great card in this style of tempo-ish deck, so of course we want to play 1. Denic Pious Apprentice is a great card in this style of deck for a number of reasons that we've explored in past Rafine videos, and it's even better in a world where Trespasser is super popular, as well as some reanimator strategies. So of course we want to play 1 of those. Are we going to cut a Meathook? No, we're going to play 1. So yeah, I mean, you can see it up and down. We have so many good 1-ofs, it's hard not to run 1 of them, and then I yeah, it's hard to run the second of a lot of them too. So it makes for interesting deck building that is probably going to get more and more commonplace. In the old school of Magic, we had a saying that the right number was always 4 or always 1. Either something was good enough to be a 4 of, or just good enough to be a 1 of, because it was conditional and situational or legendary. And while that method of deck building maybe closer to correct for its time when the power levels of cards were not even remotely balanced, it's definitely fallen out of favor and been proven mostly debunked in modern deck building, and now it feels like we're headed back, as this is an all 4s and 1s kind of deck. Aside from the mana base, which has some sweet pain lands and chill lands, and should be pretty good, all things considered. All right, I have introduced the deck. I will dedicate the video. Larry, we're going to say Coolman. Larry Coolman, thank you for signing up at the $4.99 tier on Patreon. You get a video shout out, and I will tell you that you are very cool. Link in the description if you would like to support on Patreon. Let's dive in. Let the nonsense begin. Oh, wait, one more thing. Seems like I always have one more thing these days. I made a video for the brand new official Magic the Gathering Arena channel. It's a video of me doing what I do every day. It's just like this. And the video is my favorite deck in the whole world, Mono Red. So if you want to see Covert go corporate playing Mono Red in a video designed to inspire confidence in players and help them become better at MTG Arena, head over to the official MTG Arena YouTube channel. I will hopefully remember to put a link in the description for you today. But I would love some support and clicks on the video and some nice comments. It would really help me out. So make sure you go check that out on the official MTG Arena YouTube channel. All right, let's dive in. Let the nonsense begin. Hand looks pretty good. Reinforcements, a Spell Pierce, and a Sheldred. If you draw a Rafine or a Wedding Announcement in the middle here, it gets really good. Or even a Kaito. All these things would be nice. What is it, MTGA Assistant? Why are you thinking so hard? Did we get there? Nope. I'm sure that MTGA Assistant will be along for the ride soon. Has some very important computations to do. Mono Red? Maybe they watched my video on the official MTG Arena YouTube channel. Make sure you check it out. I'm going to try to put a link in the description. Covert Go Shell. Out. I'm ready for the reinforce. But without any ways to make the reinforce better, do we go for a double block here? I don't think so. Not with them having open mana for Play with Fire or a Lightning Strike. Halted starting log reader. Click here to start manually. Sure. What could go wrong? So we know the plan, right? We know the plan. It's Shelly. How does Mono Red ever beat Shelly? Pain lands and all. I'm just going to attack them because I think a double block would be a pretty bad move. We'll take the fight to them. What are you going to do? Burn one of these? You're going to Lightning Strike? Nope. We don't have anything else to really do with our mana other than the Aganjo this turn. And I might still need it as a land. Might as well make this little Spell Pierce play. No regrets, even after seeing Kumano faces Kakazan. Rafine! It's still Shelly. How do they beat Shelly? Four, 5? Are you crazy? Well, they found land number 3. That was something they were missing. They go devastating. 3/3 in the air. I'll take some life. We'll go on the token. We kind of want this to die. We have sometimes a creature in the graveyard can be good for us. Although, do I even have those cards left in my deck? I've tried so many variations of this deck, I'm not sure. All right, we definitely want the +1/+1. They're not going to kill Rafine, right? I think Sheldred staying alive is more important than Rafine. I guess we have to discard 3 cards, so we'll give up Shelly too. I mean, for good measure. We have 2 legendaries, so this is a freebie. So, opponent, you're at 4. We're back up to 14. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do about it? There is a lot of toughness on the board. Poor Mono Red. It was finally Mono Red's time. It looked like it was going to be a real deck again, and then we realized that Sheldred is kind of unkillable. Apparently, 5 toughness for 4 mana is now the most unkillable thing the format has ever offered. Are you going to go out swinging? Classic. Shall I kill all their stuff for good measure? I'll just let them scoop. I'll let them choose their demise. Covert no blue? Double Sheldred on the play. Mull. There you go. Colors intact. Which 3-drop do we love? Who do we like the best? I mean, on the play, I think it's Rafine. We could also just put the Sheldred on the bottom, because drawing multiple Sheldreds is bad, but drawing multiple wedding announcements is good, since it's kind of between these two. Also, we might not have the 4th land on time. Mono Red again? It's making a comeback. All the Mono Black decks made it to Mythic, so now the Mono Reds can get in. It's a good start. It's a good start. Now I really want that Sheldred back. Oh man, I think we need to keep hitting lands, and I definitely think we need to keep our threats growing, so I guess I'm letting Spell Pierce go, even though it's cheap and efficient. We need a removal spell for that Firebrand, or we're just never gonna block. Okay, cool, we can block. Ward. Nah. But the Facebreaker is gonna provide them quite the mana advantage. Kind of scary. Kind of scary, not gonna lie. Oh my. Oh my. Yeah, great start. Great start. All right, those are some cute little blockers. So how to roll? We play this because we're going to grow it here. We're going to flash this in combat, mess the opponent up. I think we stay aggressive. We're at 13, they're at 17, but if we land a few blocks, they're just gonna die. So, let's go for it. Sheldred, there you go. There you go. All right. Play that next turn. Should be good. Assuming we see a next turn, but with 3 blockers and 13 health, you'd like to think so. Are they just dead in the air? They are. So they do have to do something about the 2/3 Vandal, which is probably the only thing in range for them to do something about. Nope, they're just gonna play this creature. Well, I guess they still have Facebreaker mana potentially, huh? Everybody getting sideways? Mm-hmm. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12. Let's land a couple blocks, keep that life total high and healthy. So they need Strangle for the Vandal. They don't have Strangle for the Vandal. Rawr. Yay, they're all non-lands. We win. I think it had to be all land for us to whiff on that, right? Because of Sheldred also doing 2 damage on their draw step. Poor mono red. They got, like, we out aggroed them. Covert no blue. Becoming quite the thing. On the draw, though. Still, it's not a very powerful hand. It's a very reactive one. There you go. Good mana. Do we keep a Make Disappear on the draw or a Fairy Vandal? I'm just gonna keep with our aggressive game plan. It's beaten everything we've played against so far. A 2-mana 3/4 flyer is really good. Did we mention flash? Not a 3rd mono red. Oh my goodness. Okay. Rona's Vortex, we might need that because them being on the play is a big deal here. And it looks like they have a good start. This could be the revenge of mono red at last. But seriously, 3 mono red in a row? Matchmaker, go home, you drunk. Resolute. Might even be better than the Vandal. Although getting the Vandal set up is pretty important. Yeah, decision time, huh? I mean, playing these and trying to block with them doesn't seem very good to me. I think we just take it again. It's getting very scary, though. We might not live long enough to do our Sheldred thing this time. Ooh, they have open mana? Well, now we have to do this, or it's a waste. Oh, okay, they didn't do anything with it. I guess they're playing around counter spells. We go to 10. Do we save 1 chump? Maybe we do. Like a double block on the Etching of Kumano could be a problem for them. I really do need to throw away a creature, don't I? Sorry. I need the power toughness on the field. Sorry, little Vandal. I was playing around a removal spell. I would have played you last turn if I'd known they had nothing. Just didn't expect it. Expected a little, you know, something like that. Okay. Make them have the answer here. Doesn't look like they do. Oh! Oh, look at that. Double Strangle. Okay. They had it. They still have to beat the Sheldred, though. So they use 2 Strangles. How do they get through Sheldred the Apocalypse? They play white. That's a good answer, actually. If they have... Okay. I mean, that's decent, but not quite what they needed. Oh, but this... We're starting to flood pretty bad, but we have the Vortex for the next Ignition, and then we can get back... No, we can't get back Rafina. Got exiled. We can get back the Vandal. I'm nervous. But I guess we just chill, because every turn we're gaining life and dealing damage. And we also have a 5 toughness blocker. Brutal Cathar. Yep. Sure. Feels bad, man. They're nervous. Okay, so they go for the token. Sure. Alright. In that case, we block. We still need this to blow out when they use the Ignition. Although right now the Ignition doesn't even get them past the Sheldred, does it? So we could use Vortex now on the adversary. But then we have no spell, so it might flip their Cathar and then they flip it back. So I think the right play is to take this trade and Takenuma. Oh wait, exiled. No. No. Not like that. All right, this is gonna flip. So we bounce it. Ah, I'm screwing up left and right. What is with me these days? Too many misplays, not enough sleep. Yep. I'll go to 3. We'll see their lightning strike. Maybe. They know about the interceptor, so they're not going to walk into it. Or they're going to try not to. They don't know the other card. They go for ignition now. Sus. That's a good thing to intercept. It doesn't go back to their hand. I think make disappear is off here. Yeah, gets exiled because of flashback. Now we flip day night so that the brutal Cathar doesn't exile me. Riju is mean. Wish I still had the make disappear, but I had to top deck in the wrong order. Ravine! We drew Ravine. Let's go, Interceptor. All right, backup Ravine can go. I think we keep the Vandal. It's 5 life. Huh. We go to 8, they go to 9. Interceptor, go in the distance. Yep. Feel like we've seen this before. So, exactly 7 coming across. Can I give up the Rafine? I really don't want to. Let's see if we can draw out the removal spell with the Vandal and go to 4. Nope, they didn't remove it. I think 4 should be enough. It's not lightning strike range. Although if they have a strike for the Interceptor, they're in good shape. And yeah, they're going to say go. This gets lightning struck, doesn't it? We have to draw a better card. So I guess we just have to try to kill him. We can't beat this board. Okay, that works too. Come on, deck. All right, if I play this, we draw. And I think that means we lose. So I guess I need to cycle tower. No, I mean, if we have to pay 3 mana to draw anyway, we do it like this. Hit. Fail. God. All right, we finally lose. We lose to Boros. A little bad luck, but definitely bad sequencing on my part. Some really dumb decisions, especially with the Sheoldred. So you have to play like an idiot like me to lose that matchup, I think. The Sonio. Oh, good. And I'm playing a blue deck? That's good against blue decks? All right. I'm in. Let's do this, baby. Yeah. Play this. Throw it to you. What are you up to there? 4 color. Funky. Vandal? If we draw a land, are we going for Rafine even? I'm not sure. Let's go for damage without necessarily hitting Rafine. Okay, we don't hit Rafine. Really want to draw my tempo cards. Really want to draw the Planeswalkers, the Spell Pierce. Really want to draw the Make Disappears. Discard Toxrill. Okay, that's something to keep in mind that could happen to us. Toxrill Gaming. Reanimator strategies. He does bust them out every now and then. Come on, Sonio, you play so fast. Why all the think, click? Am I in your head? Are you scared? There's a removal. Sure. We'll see if Sonio regrets that. Might have another. Might definitely have another. Does not appear to have another. There's the make disappears. Will it be too late? Toxrill might come out to play. I actually think the Sheldreds might be bad in the matchup. They're probably the way that bad things happen to us. Like lining up cards that don't get a lot of value against Infernal Grasp. This is a big turn. Jeez. Just how much spot removal do you fit in your reanimator deck, bro? Crazy. Absolute mad lad. Just play all the spot removal. Bankbuster? Nah, I'm not going to lose to Bankbuster. So another piece of spot removal, dude? Not yet. Let's hold this for Rafine. No cruelty yet. Just chilling. Okay, the make disappears are showing up at the wrong time. We'll take them. I'm not very happy about it right now. It's probably the last land in hand. Why not play out the hook? I want the opportunity to double make disappear something. Rather than, you know, discarding. Or sacrificing the Vandal, I mean. Uh-huh. The next cruelty is gonna be nasty. Really wish I could have both of those back. Lear, sure. What you got? Tainted Indulgence you're going to cast? So you're going to kill my Vandal anyway. I should probably just hook, right? Rafine. So I take this out. You take this out. Might happen if I attack anyway. I think we're supposed to use hook here. Gets rid of a Spell Pierce. Alright. Probably about to get a Jin Gitaxis, which means we have to draw another spell. Look at the top 4, put 2 in your hand and the rest in your graveyard. Okay. Good card in the moment. I would never put this in a deck if my life depended on it. Definitely looks good right now, but my god, dude. You must be bored. Wow. Thinking really hard about whether or not to take 2 lands at this phase. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. It's flattering to see other YouTubers try so hard against me. I'm in like the worst slump of my life as far as just making bad plays and losing everywhere, and they're trying so hard. So I'm gonna try to get the Toxrill. If he reanimates a Toxrill and we Fateful Absence it, that's good for us. If he reanimates a Jhin, Fateful Absence is dead. Could also just cast it at this phase, of course. Probably dead. Weird. Weird, dude. More lands. Can't not get lands in this game, apparently. I am not playing that. I am not playing with him for this. Fuck off. All right, on the draw. Good hand, though. Probably reinforcements into Rafine into Interceptor. At least we're going to try. Sometimes it's difficult against black on the draw. They can have really good cards. Okay, double dog. No cut down or it would have stuck. What do we discard? Has to be a spell. I think it's the Make Disappear, considering that we have 2 4-drops for next turn. Opponent might take that block because of their Trespasser, but we wanted that block. It takes the tempo off of us. But if they had a Trespasser, I think they would have played it last turn. That's an annoying card for us. Think we'll say go, see if we can intercept anything. Obviously conniving here hurts pretty bad. Ooh, double attack. Feisty. So, they might have another one, right? But if they do, it's still pretty great to have a Wandering Emperor on the board. See if they do anything off this block. Maybe go for like an Infernal Grasp, but then they can't play the other one. No, they don't. I think I'd take my 4 then. Let's just be patient. We can wait. What are they going to do? Invoke Despair? We'll intercept it. Liliana. They want to make me sacrifice Rafine. Alright. Good target. Down to 5. Think it's a good time to Wandering Emperor. Created a huge swing in that turn sequence. Let's put counters here. Might actually give up the Rafine. Underdog getting cut down sounds nice, but also unnecessary. Like, if they're doing underdog stuff here, they're really going to suffer for it, right? Yeah, if they underdog attack Emperor, we really don't care. Oh, dude, the best. That's why we hang on to the Spell Pierce. The best. Get wrecked. Get frickin' wrecked. That's what I'm talking about. Out of here, Mono Black. On the draw, Vandal Hands. We'll give it a try. Makes me a little nervous now. But being on the draw is hard in best of one. You kind of have to take the lumps. Fellow Esper gamer. Slow start. Yeah. Want to kill it? Fading Hope. So we're up 7 cards to 4. But by all means, keep putting Fading Hope in those decks. I think we say go again rather than play into like a make disappear. Let's play more flash threats, especially if the opponent's going to use bad cards like Fading Hope on them. Fading Hope isn't a bad card, but like in a matchup where both sides can make value, it's a terrible card. Like you are throwing cards away. Care to Fading Hope? I like what can I say? Like, all right, I got 7 cards, you've got 2. The only justification can be if they're just like, here's a Leer, you know? You got it. Rebuild that hand. Enjoy. You're gonna need it. I mean, also think about this. What are you gonna do? You're gonna Fading Hope an underdog, they blitz it. You're gonna Fading Hope like a trespasser, you have to pay ward. Like there's like in the meta, where is a Fading Hope a good card? Is there a single spot in the meta right now where it's a good card? I don't see it, man. Fourth Fading Hope, anybody? We didn't hit the land. I was really counting on a land there. Still, it's a lot of damage. Yeah, land there is GG, huh? Sucks. Untapped land, I should specify. So what do we do? Do we hold up the Interceptor? They're just going to play around it. They're going to play a land and try to play Drago on Deluge. So we should get something down. And I guess the something is the announcement. They didn't flash the Deluge. Okay, good. Means the Interceptor can catch it or the Make disappear. Let's catch it with the Interceptor. Flashback spell doesn't go back to their hand, so it's a pretty good play. Okay. Kaido, not bad. Let's send over a Fiend for this job. For 2? Okay. Cool. I sack my token. Liliana in a counterspell deck. And a Fading Hope deck. See the combo? You make them pick up the card and then you make them discard it. Alright, so Liliana gonna die. Do we want to get out Kaido and start drawing cards on them and diversify our threats, or do we want to get out Sheldred and threaten to kill them as fast as we can? I think it's Kaido. They do have 2 mana open, could be a negate, but we can make disappear.
I knew this was a waste of time. The system can't fix everything.
Takanuma, huh? I think I'll hold this for the connive. Get back the interceptor seems really good. Opponent passing, trying to use Celestis here. I think Interceptor over Wandering Emperor for this matchup, but I'm not positive. That's pretty close. Discard Invoke Despair. You must like your hand a bit, but it doesn't seem to do anything about Rafine. So I'm a little confused.
Now this is a juicy secret.
We chill. Oh no, it's Hullbreaker Horror. Whatever shall we do? Too many lands. Starting to frustrate me. So the plan is to do it again, huh? Let's see. Another announcement. Should we hit the Kaito now and try to draw a removal spell? I guess we're going to get 2 looks, but if we do this now, we get an extra look. I'll take the extra look. Okay, fail. We could not attack with the interceptor, but I think I'll take the life, and I'll also make the... You gotta also show the opponent you have no fear. If you hold it back, you're a fearful gamer. Not removal spells. That is very bad for us. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. I guess you can go. Although they help push damage, I guess. So I also get to push an extra damage right now is what I'm trying to figure out. Okay. Against horror, you just gotta go wide. Down to 7. Up to 8. The Sheldred just gets bounced, which is very bad. If we can get them in a position where they need to draw cards, it can be good. But I think here, this is the play. Okay. Something that kills things. Little slow, though. Urtai. Pretty interesting against horror, though, right? Because, I mean, they can keep bouncing it, but eventually it probably resolves. See how bad they want to stop this. Who would think I'd play against this stupid lobster twice? Twice today. Alright, they line up a march. They keep me from resolving the reinforcements so they can kill the Kaito. And they have 4 open mana. Not much. Because they have to pay ward costs too. Hello, beautiful. How do we make it all happen? I think they'll try to respond to this attack, right? So let's start there. No response yet. Denick, you can go to the graveyard. You still do value things there. You gonna go that low? You are going that low. So we're on day night, so I do need to play a spell here. You can do it on end step. No, I'm not drawing a card. I'm making a creature. Okay. Yeah. See if they can stop Urtai here. Destroy Hullbreaker Horror. Yeah. Why would you do that now? If you do that after it dies, you might get a Hullbreaker Horror. Okay, you get Liliana. Cool. You know about this, so Liliana's not very good. But you love to see it. That's the way I'm going to put it. You love to see it. Could have played Sheldred there and just gone for like the lethal, but that's assuming they had nothing, which you just don't make those assumptions, right?
We'll have this fight finished before brunch.
Unless you absolutely have to.
Sacrifices must be made.
Are we going to beat this Hullbreaker Horror? It sure looks like it. Resolute reinforcements bring a lot of damage. Go ahead. You die. Ah, all right. At least I'm not 0-2 against the frickin' lobster. Going first. Feels like we haven't had, like, you know, the curve in a minute, but this is one of the curves that makes you really love the deck. Curtains. Gonna mess up my beautiful curve. But I'm ready to reinforce and hero pose and wedding announce and whatever, you know? Underdog, bummer. Yep. You can't always have what you want. Yeah, I don't think we just attack for the card here then. Board presence is too useful. They might hook, but, you know, stuff happens. Most of the time, they're way too thirsty to curtain. Yeah, two really good 4-drops. Which one do you hate the most? If they take the Emperor, then either they have an extreme hatred of Planeswalkers, or they have a good answer for the Sheldred. Of course, I drew the hook. I think we still play the Sheldred here, though. Because we could take out the underdog, attack all, and draw a card. I think we attack all, draw a card, give up one of our tokens to the underdog, and play the Sheldred. Because that way their hook, like if they have a meat hook, it's not very good, right? So. Urtai. That can be good. Opponent with an upkeep stop. Oh, so they can kill the Sheldred. Smarty. Good little priority hold there from our opponent. Look at that. Big brain. Now, will they get aggressive? They're down 2 mana on this turn cycle. We're at 19, they're at 16, and we draw a card if we attack with our tokens. So will they be aggressive? Yeah. It's the same amount of damage, so I like that attack, actually. Do I want another card? Trade a 1/1 for a card? Absolutely. All right, they have mana open for a grasp, but I don't feel a priority stick, so we'll play Shelly number 2. They gotta get rid of it. How many grasps did you bring, opponent? All right, back up Shelly. Stops. Must has stops. Shelly on Shelly action. Sheoldred. You don't say Sheoldred, CGB. When have I ever pronounced anything? I'm sorry, did I trigger you? Kill it. And guess what? You crack that clue, it hurts you. So that's just a combo right there. All right, so if they double block this, that's 6 damage. An attack is a sign of strength. It wipes their board, right? It completely wipes their board. Let's push it. I've got more tokens where that came from. And we all know that we're on meat hook time anyway. Eventually they'll have a meat hook. What I'm hoping they'll do is double block the tokens, take the Sheldred, and cast Invoke Despair. Because Spell Pierce. That's what we really want to set them up for. The other line they might take is double block the Sheldred, cast Meat Hook Massacre, which we can also Spell Pierce. And then they die. Like, if I can walk them into either one of those, they should be dead the next turn. And definitely the next turn cycle if we play Urtai to counter whatever they do. Okay, here we go. Okay, Liliana was a consideration. Make them pay.
This is my home, and I don't appreciate it when people touch my things.
Rawr, I got him. got him. You done. I was gonna lethal Urtai you with the draw trigger. And we are back for the post-games wraps, and we're checking out the stats. The overall stats on this particular deck, I'm 14-3, and I haven't lost yet to mono black or mono red. So if you're like me and you really like a deck that's anti-meta and takes out the most popular deck in the format and your most hated rival in the format, it's a perfect deck for you. And I think it will remain strong, at least some shell of Esper will remain strong for the foreseeable future. So I think it's a very safe deck to craft for ladder if this looks like your kind of playstyle. I really enjoyed it and it's treated me very well. So that's where I'm going to leave it. Thank you for watching this video. As always, I will see you in the next video. Sonio, you're not cool. He's actually pretty cool. Everybody else, you're cool.